Gonna catch a ride on that boat, Sam? Before you do, be aware that you'll have to leave behind any cargo you haven't gotten around to delivering. It'd be a shame to abandon something important, though, especially if you are close to finishing a run. My advice, put that stuff in your private locker in Port Knot City. Or, if you're feeling responsible, you could just delay your boat trip until you've tied up loose ends. It's your call.
Well, I don't have any orders right now, so I figure let's just continue onward.
Doctor, you're never coming back.
Snack?
You came through then.
I don't break that easy. Name notwithstanding.
You saw that asshole too, right?
Higgs. He's the leader of a separatist group.
Seemed to me like he was controlling that BT.
That's level 7 for you. Higher, maybe.
Seems like you know a lot about him.
Used to work together. Guess you could say we had a contract.
You did business with terrorists? Whoever pays, huh?
He wasn't like that back then.
So what's your angle? You want to save the world, or you want to fuck it all up like him?
I just wished things were different, all right? Here's all right. Don't worry, she still floats. Come on, we're the only cargo left.
I forgot what it was called.
BT's cannot be saying and BB is dead.
We should get there tomorrow. I told you before, Sam. The past just won't let go. Listen, I have something to ask of you. It has to do with that asshole, Higgs. Sam. Do you remember? It's almost time to go, Sam. I had no idea until you told me. No idea that I was alive. Living is no different from being dead if you're all alone.
Poor Mom. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home.
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you. Did you forget how to go home? Come on. I'll take you halfway. And then you can do the rest by yourself. Better now? I'll be waiting for you on the beach. Come and find me. We used to play together a lot in this place.
You brought me here. I couldn't make the trip on my own.
So long as you have a body to return to, you can't come and go as you please.
So you can't just come back east through here.
Not until you make us whole again, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach. Come and find me.
I don't know how you sleep. Need a pick-me-up? Welcome to Lake Knot City. What?
Nothing.
Let's go. This cargo is from Port Knot City, bound for Lake Knot. I'll leave these up to you. The dispatch terminal is up ahead. In the meantime, I've got some business to attend to. Later, alligator.
Where do they give me the gun? I'm gonna make
Memory chip.
that. Hey!
Jeez, I've only found like 2 of those. I'm sure I've probably missed a whole bunch. I don't remember. Yeah, I've only found 2 so far, and there's like however many.
Suckers, I'm gonna steal all your cargo.
BB's happy.
Good job, BB. You like going upstairs, BB? On this They're gonna give me full-on cars now? Plug your system out.
There. I auto stacked it so that someone's split not. Yep. Doesn't look like anything else. Lake Knot City.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Here's all your cargo I picked up.
Welcome, welcome. We were watching your boat the whole way. I hate to be a hard ass, but I've got to ask. Everything you're transporting above board? Nothing dangerous or illicit? I'm sure they checked you on the way in, but I'm gonna have to take a second look. All clear. Not picking up anything unusual. Cargo looks great too. Been a while since we got some of this stuff.
Anti-BT weapons.
Less than 50% damage?
Yeah, I just threw it in the river before I got here.
Dude, you walk a whole half a kilometer.
Ceramics can now be used.
That's right. That's right. Get wrecked.
William Lake. Car samples. Emergency gas fuel. Ornaments. Machine parts.
Yeah, that's nice.
What were you transporting? I have no idea. I just saw it was supposed to come here. Oh.
So cargo condition up. Miscellaneous up.
Sorry for the hassle. Can't be too careful these days. Oh, we heard you were carrying a Cupid. That right? You're clear to link us up.
Here we go. Hey, it's
Yo,
like
look
not
at
because we're in
that.
Minnesota.
Heck yeah.
We must have gone up the Mississippi.
Yeah, that's freaking in Minneapolis now, boy.
I think we're a bit more north.
I was gonna say
Smoke emitting decoy cargo.
So we're finally on the network. Long time coming. We won't hold anything back. Capital Knot City will get everything. If all this info sharing makes everyone safer, I'm all for it. You can bet I'm not the only one here who feels that way. I suppose it was better when Bridges 1 first came this way. At least I don't remember terrorists and BTs making our lives difficult back then. Well, be careful out there. The world's not what it used to be. And thank you.
Finally made it past ground zero, Sam. Congratulations. And thank you. It'll only get harder from here, though. When we first came through, it was different. Peaceful. The three cities out there, Blake, Middle, and South Knot, were all on board with our plans for reconstruction. Fragile Express was contracted by all three and kept supplies moving, and people connected. But that all changed a year ago, when the Separatists carried out their attacks. One took out Middle Knot City. They detonated nukes from the old days. Half of South Knot City went up on the other. Casualties were devastating. Bridges doesn't have the resources to link up the remaining cities on its own. We need to secure the support of everyone, even those who want nothing to do with the UCA. Impossible as that may seem.
The situation has changed dramatically since Bridges 1 first went west. The destruction of Middle Knot in particular forced us to adapt a new strategy. It's like Amelie said, we don't have the time or resources to construct another knot on that scale. That's why we've taken to cutting deals with preppers and the like. Our only recourse is to utilize their shelters to bolster the strength of the network.
Takes a special kind of person to live out here on their own. The kind that'll tell us to fuck off if we ask them to join the UCA.
Oh, we know. No one's expecting them to say yes up front. But even if they don't like dealing with most people, they got on okay with Fragile Express.
Don't tell me. You want us to use her credentials to get in good with them?
Bingo. She's agreed to it too.
And in exchange, she gets...
Nothing really. A chance to get back at Higgs, I suppose? I can't blame her for wanting one. He took everything from her and then some. Time heals some wounds, but not hers. The work ahead won't be simple or easy, but it needs doing. Get some rest for now. We'll talk more later.
Your work is great.
Boy, I'm so exhausted from going up some stairs.
Here.
For me?
It's called a keeper. It means knot in old words. You can also use it to count stuff. I add a knot when I make a friend.
Okay. Then how about I add another knot every time I see you? This must be very important to you if you were able to bring it here. Very special.
It is special. I made it for you.
I'll treasure it, Sam.
Something to eat?
Why are you here?
Ask your boss man.
No. I mean, why are you here?
Got a delivery for a porter. You're gonna need this on the road ahead. This will ID you as an associate of Fragile Express. It's woven from my blood and chiral crystals. Think of it as a kind of bond. Preppers around these parts won't give you trouble so long as you've got it. We were the only people making deliveries out here. This was our territory. Until Higgs fucked it all up. Me, the Express, our reputation, all of it.
And now you want to fuck them back. On your own.
I'm not on my own. The cave, Port Knot City, next to your bed. So far apart, yet somehow we keep meeting. All that BT country in between where I should have been caught in void out. Yet here I am. Here I am.
You can use the beach?
I have a beach. You've got yours. I've got mine. I use it to jump across space. I can't conjure up BTs the way Higgs can, but I can go after him. chase him to the beach. Problem is, everyone's got their own way in. I'm only allowed to pass through the beach I know and understand. I'm sure you've heard the term multiverse.
You all right?
The jumps take a lot out of me. Suck my blood dry. You're going to Edgenut City, right? Place is full of terrorists. But if you're dead set on it, then you're gonna have to deal with heat sooner or later.
Look, I make deliveries, killing monsters and terrorists. It's not what I do.
What if we did it together? I could use my power to help you. We don't have to want the same thing to be on the same side. I could send you across my beach. To any place the Chiralian's thick enough. Any place connected to the chiral network.
What do you expect in return?
I expect you to think it over. Here. Call it an incentive. And call me if you need me. This will keep us connected. See you when I see you.
Now you have another cufflink.
Fragile can instantly transport you to any distribution center or safe house within the area covered by the chiral network. And the items you are carrying will be placed in a private locker.
Okay. So you can juke between worlds.
I can go to Capital, Distribution Center west of it, or Port Knot.
Yeah.
Cool. They want me to do that now? What the heck, let's just try it out. All currently carry cargo placed in this facility's private locker.
Ready to take the plunge? So, the only things you can bring with you is yourself. And maybe a few other trinkets that are really important to you. Okay, close your eyes. Picture your destination. Hold it in your mind.
What about BB? What about BB? You just left BB.
I'm actually just gonna go back. I just wanted to get the exclamation point out of the way.
What about BB?
That's why I'm gonna go back! Cargo marked do not submerge will take damage when submerged in water. Either take the long way around or cross it with a bridge. Okay.
Wait, no. Go see if BB's there. Where did you take BB? BB!
Okay, let's go back to Lake Knot.
Hey, you got mail. You got mail.
I will. I'm just gonna travel. I'm gonna travel.
Okay, Sam. Close your eyes. Clear your thoughts and picture your destination.
Sadly, they all look the same from the inside, though.
What?
All the rest areas. It's like, I want to go to Lake Knot. Oop, I accidentally teleported to
I think you have different
Capital.
figures behind your bed, though, don't you?
I think that progresses as the game goes on.
What I know you got a bunch of Green Army men.
Yeah. So yeah, now I can go back and forth to other areas I've been. Just gotta remember these and wind farms I still need to complete.
Alright, now I'm gonna do
Yeah, I can see that, Sam. You don't have to get up in my face.
Bridges People's BTs and the Kraken.
Yeah, I think the catcher or whatever it's called.
There's a little one too, from when he killed you that one time.
Yeah, that was stupid. I had no chance.
No, he was just a goon and they
I was about to throw and then it suddenly grabbed me. Mail's here, mail's in.
Someone had the gall on the Wikipedia to say that on the map the location was roughly the location of Chicago.
What, Lake Knot?
Yeah.
No, that's clearly like at least middle Minnesota. Say maybe Duluth-ish?
Yeah, it could be Duluth area.
Yeah, it's upper half at least. William Lake. Hey Sam, can't tell you how good it is to see you coming over the water on that boat. First time we've welcomed so much as a turd in, what, must be 2 years now? Some folks were even saying everything east of Ground Zero must have been wiped out completely. The occasional message drifted in from HQ, but people? Not a one. We'd half given up on the Cupid ever being finished on the second expedition, the whole shebang. And then you show up, and with a working Cupid to boot, our knight in shining armor. Sorry, don't mean to sound like I'm not grateful. I am. More than you know. Every single person here was waiting for someone like you to come along, and there'll be more waiting west of the here. A lot more. You best go find them. Tell Amelie we're true believers. Dear Sam, how's it going? Still heading west? We're rooting for you. We reported the second group, so we never got to speak with Amelie face to face. Caught the occasional holo message, but that was about it. Still, every little bit helped to keep us going. She's just like her mother. Tough, clever, easy on the ice too. Won't lie and say I didn't notice. But what really resonated with us was that fire she carries, that conviction, same as Bridget. Any one of us would have laid down our lives in service to her vision. I suppose this is all a long-winded way of saying you ought to move on and meet her like we never got to. And when you do, tell her we're all still believers in the cause, and in her, and her mother. You do that, won't you? I can't believe you brought me that Ludens flag. I owe you one, Sam. Gotta say, I didn't think I'd ever see it again, especially since Igor made it himself. Some stuff just can't be reprinted, you know? Igor truly believed that Ludens were going to save the world. He dreamed of the day that we'd break out on our little worlds and start seeing the big picture. Bigger than America and the Earth. He was looking beyond that chiral clouds, toward outer space. This flag was a symbol of all that. Of that future when Ludens would travel to a whole other planet, stake a claim, and call it their own. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's so much more than a toy. When I hold it, it's like I'm holding my brother's dreams. I can never thank you enough for that, Sam. Use right and dead to select and 0 to place decoy cargo. Decoy cargo can be placed directly on the ground or carried in your hands. Oh yeah, I gotta... Who do we got for interviews? When I was a little girl, my father told me that preppers were people who decided long ago that they couldn't trust their nation to be there for them anymore. That the bonds between us had grown weak long before the Death Stranding. We once had a network spanning the whole wide world that could send items from anywhere to anywhere and connect everyone with anything. But still, we were isolated. Still, we were alone. Some liked it that way, and even wanted more. They wanted walls along their borders, wanted to turn away refugees and outsiders. Some even wanted new nations all their own. They began to see the state as an enemy of their freedom, not a protector of it. The ones most far gone, they didn't trust the country to defend them if something went really wrong. War, terrorism, natural disaster, you name it. So they built shelters and stocked full of supplies in preparation for the worst. And then the worst happened. The Death Stranding. America ceased to exist, and their shelters became their homes, where they would live and they would die. While they prepared, they hadn't prepared to live there forever, which is why they wound up relying on us couriers so heavily. My father and I didn't want to go back to the old America. We didn't want a country that pushed people apart. We wanted one that brought them together, that allowed them to support one another. And that was what we tried to work forward. Victor. When I first laid eyes on the lake here at Ground Zero, I was blown away by the sheer size of it. I never imagined anything could be so huge. This was just after the Death Stranding, and not many people had seen the craters up close yet. Back when I was still living with my parents and my brother on the East Coast, an explosion like nothing the world had seen before tore a gaping hole in the heart of America. There were all kinds of rumors floating around at the time, that it was a meteor, that it was a nuke dropped by another country. I was just a kid, but even I could tell the adults didn't have a clue, so you can imagine how I felt. And then we found out there had been other explosions, not just here in America, but the world over. By the time we learned they were void outs, and what void outs were, the country was pretty much done. But hey, that was then, and this is now. And things are looking up. I just got told my kid brother's still alive. Word is he's heading up a corpse disposal team in Capital Knot City. Handled his shit well enough to get picked for the second expedition. 3 more years and he'll be out here with me. Can't wait to see him again. Yeah, that's a good question. What's the rest of the world like? We got some likes from Will and Victor. Do. Drink some Monster. Then we're gonna head out and see what Lake Knot is like. Glug, 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 glug. There was a way to just permanently boost my stamina. Okay, let's head out.
hear me? Steady.
Sam, access the Lake Knot City delivery terminal.
Okie doke.